An exception doesn't prove the rule. I'm sure someone else probably said it, but at the time of writing this, I heard it from a guy called Andrew Tate when he was speaking about people who turned vegetarian and who preach about it so vigorously, even though they became famous when eating everything from meats to vegetables, which actually included Arnold Schwarzenegger. Go figure. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because I find that in so many losing arguments, everyone always retreats to the special outlier, the one that did it when no one else did. And people then believe that if one person can do it, we all can do it. But that isn't true. Sure, everyone is probably capable of doing something that everyone else cannot do, but what gets prioritized is based on the world we live in. So you can have the greatest knitting technique to date in the entire world, and very few to no one will give a single fuck about you. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of you listening have experienced this feeling and realism firsthand, which is why you try to copy those that did it, even though you will never soar to the exceptional level that one person reached, because of various reasons to do with the person and not to do with the person. And henceforth, the exception can never define the rule. We don't count outliers when they're failing and no one helps them. Why should we count outliers that win? Either way, both define a roof and a floor for all us mere mortals, which can easily be inverted based on what you consider failure and success. But that's a topic of discussion for another time. In all fairness, failure is not the absence of success. It is the necessary part of the journey towards something that only you can discover. You may never get fame and fortune from it, but you may find peace at the end of it all. And if that isn't for you, then chances are that you may attain a degree of the exception success, but never all of it, for you are you, and you can only achieve what you can achieve. You can never achieve what someone else has already achieved. But to be fair, that doesn't mean you can't surpass them and become the new exception. But regardless, exceptions are not a winning argument. It is a sign of desperation from the losing side that causes the jury to take pity on this poor fool that is not a chance in hell of recovering in this fair fight, and thus they award him the power they possess to influence, and then shit goes sideways because people then make decisions based on the exception rather than the majority. And Spock's words ring hollow, for we will be living in a world where the needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many, and we will have done it to ourselves. Compassion is important and necessary for humanity to keep striving, but it must not lead to passion and, above all else, be that which we solely rely on for important decision making in regards to the present and the future. There's probably more to speak about on this topic, but I have said what I needed to say in relation to what I wanted to go speak about for now. I'll cover it another time if it comes up for me. But until then, thank you all for watching and listening to my ranting, even those that disagree and despise me. I look forward to my next rant for you lot to listen to. Until then, I shall be seeing doused around it. Peace it.